Yes, sir. Shakran, sir, we can start if you can hear me. Yes, we can start.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, guys, a very, very big and warm welcome to all of you this beautiful Tuesday evening. Guys, in the next 5 minutes or so, I'm going to introduce a young gentleman who's very, very well versed with what we're talking about, and also very, very dynamic, and most importantly, the most humble and friendly guy I've met in a long time, guys. But before that, I want to thank all of you for being with us on this journey for some time. And I only have one thing to say. We are stronger and bigger every day. What you think you have seen is not even the tip of the iceberg. The real big impact is going to come in the next 1 month or so. So I urge all of you right now to invite all your members to join, and also invite some of the prospects who are looking at us, who are keen and interested, so that there is some very, very big and interesting and really good news coming our way today, guys. As you know, we have been doing these meetings almost every single day, but as we all know at the same time, that when we start something at first, there will be challenges. When you look at any big corporation like Facebook or Microsoft or anything for that matter, in the beginning, there will be some challenges. But after some time, when people they see the end result, they see how big it became, but they forgot what the early people, the pioneers, went through in the beginning stages. Now, I got some good news and bad news, okay? Let me give the bad news first, guys. The bad news is for most of us to join Creta. The bad news came in early. We came in early, that's the bad news. Why am I saying that? When you come in early, there are some challenges, guys. Anything in life, when you go and run a marathon in the beginning stages, the bad news is your body will ache, you'll fall down, you'll bleed, you'll pain, everything. So the bad news here is we came in early. When we came in early, we tell people ask us, what is Creta? And we said, okay, you just go to Creta, Google, and they show us one Korean car. Hyundai car. So the bad news is a lot of people do not know who we are as of now. The bad news, once again, guys, we came in early. We'll be having the challenges. We have the hurdles. We have the obstacles. We have everything like that. That's the bad news. Remember I said, coming early is the bad news. Now, you know, hear the good news? The good news is you came in early. So, came in early. We are the pioneers. We are the pioneers, and we are the ones who are the first movers of this gigantic project. Now, I always say this, guys. I ask everybody to have an open mindset. I don't talk about mindsets, because mindset is something which your community, your education system, your family, your relatives, they programmed it and conditioned it. That's what you went through, the mindset. Now, mindset is not a very good thing. I urge people to have a very good mindset. Mindset is, where do you see yourself 1 year from now? Where do you see yourself 2 years from now? That's a good mindset. Now, once in a while, a very big trend will come. Now, when I was doing a company called Monavi, I have 255,000 in my organization, and I teach many of my young students to have a very good mindset. And at that point in time, in the year 2010, many of my young students came up to me and told me, sir, you better look at this next big thing called Bitcoin. I said, first and foremost, I'm interested in dollars. I'm not interested in coins. And the other thing that they said is very big. Some of my students have bought 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 Bitcoins at 10 cents, 20 cents, and they are still keeping it today. My students. But me, I made a mistake there. My mindset was shut because I was making more than US 200,000 a month at that point in time in my network marketing module. And because of that, I missed it. The second incident that happened when I was in Dubai, I was giving a talk to 150 Filipino people, and I was doing a product-based company, and they all agreed to join me. Then this lady came, the leader of the team was a lady. She told me, sir, we all want to join you. We all want to buy your products, but we want to pay you in Bitcoin. I said, ma'am, I don't want coins. I want dollars. And I have a manager at that time. And my manager told me, sir, I can encash the coin for you in half an hour. And true enough, in 1 hour, he encashed it. I was so happy because I made a $5 profit. I was happy because I made a $5 profit. Now then, two things happened which were not in my favor. The first, the lady who talked to me about Bitcoin, she just gave me some information, some passing remark. She said, if you become rich, you buy Bitcoin and keep it. That was an information. Today, you go and talk to some taxi driver, you talk to a waitress, you talk to a student, you talk to any laborer. They will know Bitcoin. What do they know? They only have information. What I didn't get was knowledge and education. I only got information. Then she told me, you buy and keep it. I said, where do I buy it? She said, buy it for me. I said, whoa, something is wrong here. Now, the bigger problem was that Bitcoin was not in the referral business. It was not in the network marketing module. If it was, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys. I'll be a multi-billionaire. So the heart of the story is, I mean, I missed that. I missed Bitcoin, honestly. Now I don't want to miss this next project, which is Creta. Now I've been with these people for the last 2 months, 2.5 months. I spent some time with them in Bangkok. I spent a lot of time in India. I toured many parts of Indian cities. Right now in Colombo, getting ready to move to Singapore and Dubai, and of course coming back to India and Bangladesh. And I'm also being invited to Senegal, ready to go to Africa and many countries, and also in US and London. So we have a very, very big project which is coming here right now. But let me tell you, like I said earlier, the bad news is you come in early. Some things are not ready yet, but that's the good news also. You are coming in early. So what I experienced with this gentleman from Korea and another gentleman from USA, which I'm going to introduce to you guys shortly, I experienced their commitment. I saw their passion. Most importantly, I saw their integrity. These are really good, honest people. I mean, all of them, many of them, or rather, and they are very, very good, very honest, very, very passionate, full of integrity, and they don't do any nonsense. But the best thing I like about these Koreans, I'll tell you, okay? Don't tell the next speaker what I said about. The best thing I like about them is they under-promise and they over-deliver. Under-promise, over-deliver. Out in the market, every time we hear anybody speaking, it's an over-promise. And that's not a good sign, guys. Over-promise, under is not a good sign. I like these people. One more thing, very, very full of humility, humble, genuine, sincere, and you can see through their eyes, you can see through the body actions, you can see through the whole features that these are genuine people. And you know, right now, especially these times right now, there are many scams and schemes going on out there. So we want to be associated with the people who are full of integrity and full of good business sense. Okay. So for that, ladies and gentlemen, get ready now. I'm going to introduce a young man. Now I met him in India, and I had one hell of a great time with this young man. I saw his dynamism, I saw his passion, I saw how sincere he is, and most importantly, really very intelligent, super smart, super sharp. Now this young man, he is a senior production director of Creta. Okay, he is also he's from Boston University. He was born in America, Korean, but born in America, from Boston. He is also the CEO of Peppercorn. Then he's also a first party manager. But most importantly, guys, I keep the best for the last. Most importantly, he is a developer of Kingdom Under Fire. Now, I mean, we all know what Kingdom Under Fire, he's a developer. And I know, as I see his body language, as his humility, as his passion, as his sincerity, I know that we working together with this young man, It's going to be a dream team, and we're going to go very, very far because we got the best of the best. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great privilege, a great honor, a huge blessing to introduce to you guys Mr. D. Lee. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, it's definitely a pleasure to see you, sir, again. So I think it's been about a month that we, saw each other in India, right? And then, wow, there are a lot of updates, took place in Creta, and I'm actually more than happy to share, everything that happened recently, with the project. But I think the time is only that kind of limits us, really kind of sharing what's really going on, with our platform. But I'll do my best to actually bring you, up to date with all the greater things happening with our project. Yeah, so as Mr. Khan mentioned, I'm senior production director. I'm not just sales, pitching guy, trying to, sell the product, with a thin air. I've been actually producing games, for more than 20 years. And then I've been actually behind the development, for AAA, blockbuster games from Microsoft and other major, game developers from around the world. And Creta happens to be, my last ship that, I actually really aiming for my last destination of my life, and including myself and all the members of the Creta, they're putting their best effort, to actually accomplish, their mission in hands too. So for today, I think we've explained enough about what Creta is about. So, just to go over the highlights and of the key features. So Creta is an entertainment platform that's running on layer 1 blockchain technology called the Locus chain. So what Locus chain does is it actually highly performing on network, and it's actually speed and velocity is even higher than any blockchain network introduced so far. So we are taking leverage on that technology and embedding into our entertainment platform. So within our platform, we'll be actually having a series of high quality games and Metaverse worlds. On top of that, we'll be also having in-house game engine that users can create their own contents within our platform. So, that's what Creta is about. So it's about you go in and you play the contents and you enjoy the Metaverse and you create your own contents and you actually make profits based on the Bitcoin business Mr. Shah just explained. So I think you already know all the elements of a success here. Yes, there will be some challenges on the road. Yes, there will be some competitors maybe threatening, our business model. But, we've been actually, developing and producing games for more than 20 years. And, we, to our end, we're basically repeating what we've been doing for our lifetime. But we're just raising it to the bigger scale with the bigger partners and with, the introduction of new technology called the blockchain. So there's really nothing new to it, except, we are applying, play to earn system, we are also applying the crypto Bitcoin system into the, business model. We've been already successful for 20 years. So that's what Creta is about. So for today, well, I'm not going to, go through the details of what, Creta can do, but, I just want to share the greatest news that happened recently, with the project. So one is we actually entered, a strategic partnership with ILD Gaming Guild, which is responsible for the success of Axie Infinity. And they will be actually investing in Creta, and they will be actually having strategic collaboration between the YGG, where made a successful case from Axie Infinity, will be actually working closely with us to support the contents for their platform and our platform, and we'll be also sharing the layers of a community they have on their on there, and we'll be sharing our community with the YGG as well. So we'll be actually having a public announcement for this partnership of Tokyo Game Show coming in as a matter of fact in 1 week. So that's actually the largest opportunity for Creta actually going to the next level, because partners YGG actually can take us to the completely different layer of going away from the competitors, because we'll be empowering it with all the communities. They've been already proven to be very engaged in NFT games, and they'll be directly coming toward our Creta platform, and from our platform they'll be actually enjoying much higher quality contents comparing to what they've been experiencing with the games on YGG. And that's one great news that happening for the Creta. And we've been actually enhancing our production line. We almost actually doubled the number of engineers for the metaverse and the game part, so that we can actually really accelerate the exposure of our contents. So we'll be actually able to show and open our metaverse world and game as early as in the Q4 this year, as we promised. Again, we don't tend to really over-promise anything. We actually want to under-promise and over-deliver the products. So we actually still aiming for it. And then and another great news that's happening for Creta is we actually also entered the partnership with Rain Protocol and Holochain, who will actually give us ability to actually fully customize NFT and smart contract for any users. So we are not only making decentralized game platform and game engine. On top of that, we are also adding Web3 script tool that any users can create their own NFTs and issue smart contracts at just a few clicks away from the interfaces. So these are the few updates we have on the Creta. And we are also having offline events at Tokyo Game Show, which is September 24th. This is next week. And we also going to be having exhibition in Korea in October. And then we are also attending the Africa Game Week in December. So again, we are actually coming from real world. We're not just one of the scam companies just born yesterday with just Bitcoin and blockchain. We've been in this industry for 20 years. We've been producing more than 30 games that actually responsible for making trillion revenues in US dollars. And then we are actually using our own in-house technology for the game part and also the blockchain part. Again, well, it's just me coming from gaming field, but again, I'm not really here to sell anything about Bitcoin. I'm just here to give you updates what's really happening with the platform and in contents development. So well, there are more great news that we want to share as we go, but those are the key highlights of what's happening with the Creta today. But there are more surprises coming in 2 or 3 weeks, and I think our news will be also covered with the USForbes.com, which is one of the number 1 tier 1 magazine in the global the media outlet. So again, everyone is actually really talking about Creta, and everyone is really anticipating what's coming ahead from the Creta. And we are also getting a lot of supports from third-party developers and partners who want to be part of a Creta as content providers. So again, well, as Mr. Khan mentioned, maybe it is bad if we came too early, but again, I think now is the perfect timing for you guys to join in, because, well, tomorrow can be late, because tomorrow we'll be probably signing another deal with another major investors. And then, there will be no rooms left for you guys to enter. So please, do help us, and please let's, make a history together. And then, well, I will actually, I think in the next month, I'll be actually able to demonstrate, the actual contents we've been developing. So again, I'm not over promising anything. I'm just telling you what's really happening within our studio. And we'll be delivering the content and product as we promised. And the quality, I think when you see it, you'll be simply amazed with the directions and the quality we're aiming for, just to bring new sensation to the NFT game industry. Well, that's all really I have to say for today. And then, well, I think I'm going to pass my mic to Mr. Shah again.
Wow, wow, wow. I know there's much more you want to say, but you are holding it back. It's okay. I understand that very well. I understand that very well. The good news, when I said about the bad news should come in early, the good news should come in early. I mean, it's just like a little bit of sarcasm there, but actually, that's the reality check on that one. And anybody who went in Bitcoin early, they made a huge fortune. But again, it's all about timing. In business, it's all about timing. We know of tens of thousands of people who made a lot of money in Bitcoin. We also know tens of thousands of people who lost money in Bitcoin. Why was that so? I mean, because of timing. So timing is very, very crucial and very, very important. But the statement that I like the most is what Mr. D said just now. I really like the statement, and I think it is very, very, it is going to be very, very real. It's very true, guys. He said something, let's make history together. That's the best one I heard. We are going to make history together. Like I said, there's not much people know much about this Creta, but like you're being early, very soon, a lot of people, probably the whole world, will be talking about Creta. Because why? I see something very, very, I'm very, very selective. I see something very, very big happening here. And because I also have a very good background in the stock market, I know what is supply and what is demand. I know, and I also know what is pre-IPO, pre-ICO. I know these things quite well. So I'm urging all of you, you don't analyze too much, because if you analyze, eventually you'll paralyze. So what I ask you guys to do is take note of what Mr. D said and look at more very good news coming out in the very near future. I know, you don't have to tell him that I told you this. I know that he knows so much more. He has so much of information, but he's not announcing it right now because I announced some technicalities. And very soon we'll be having calls like this almost every week with latest updates and latest very, very good information and latest very, very good partnerships together with us in making history. That's the thing that I'm excited, and that's the thing I want to share with all of you guys. I once again want to emphasize, I met this gentleman in Bangkok, these people in Korea. I met Mr. D and half of the team in Goa, in India. I saw through them, I saw how they were. But like I said again, I repeat again, they always under-promise, over-deliver. Under-promise, over-deliver. So whatever they have promised so far is still very good for us. So this is the next big thing, guys. This is the next big thing. And we're going to be very huge. We're going to make history. Marcos, again, some good news and bad news to all of us, including me. This is going to be huge with you or without you. This is going to be huge with me or without me. That is the bad news. The good news is we are the pioneers. We are doing Zoom calls almost every single day. And of course, there's not much momentum yet, but it has started. There are people on this call from Bangladesh. There are people from Senegal. There are people from USA, and lots of them from India. Many of them from, there are some people on this call, and our team from Korea, from Taiwan, there are some. So these people are watching, and they are being committed to the commitment. They are committed to the commitment. These are the people who are going to make this insane success in this project. Insane. And this is going to be a long, very long-term thing, because these people are very, they have a very good mindset. They are visionaries. They see very, very far. This is what That's why I am with them. I mean, when I met them the first time in Bangkok was July the 17th, and I came back home on August 16th. Exactly 60 days. I packed my bags, I didn't come back home. And I was out there on the field working and encouraging people, enlightening people, telling people about what Creta is right now. The more important thing is what Creta is going to be. I like these words, and I'll repeat it again. Making history together, making history together. So honestly, this is going to be one of the biggest projects, and I have ever been, because I'm first time in my life I'm seeing that, with at such an early stage, and of course, making of what I would say is we are a disruption. Disruption means we are not a me too company. We're something different from the others. And what I also like, some of the owners of this company keep telling me that we are 10 years ahead. We are 10 years ahead of our competitors. I also like what Mr. D said, that there will be competitors. Of course, there will be competitors, there will be copycats, but we are 10 years ahead. And I didn't say it, Mr. D said it. We are more than 20 years in this industry. And now we got everything under one roof. We got the blockchain, we got the NFTs, the Metaverse, we got the games developments, and of course we got the cryptos all under one roof. And we got the champion of champions with us. I like we talk about Arvind Kane, Chief Strategic Officer. We talk about Ray Nakasato, Chief Creative Officer. We talk about Alexander, the expert in blockchains. Then we talk about Hoboli, the experts in game development. Then we're talking to the gentleman who's sitting right in front of us. You see, we got the best of the best guys. And I'm super, super excited to be part of this record-breaking company and creating history, guys. So what I want to share with you guys, I mean, are we going to take any questions or no? Okay. So what I'm going to share with you guys is, we did a Zoom meeting last night. It's a very productive meeting. And tomorrow night, I'll again my Zoom meeting. And for you guys, when I was doing my earlier product-based companies, my Zoom meetings were 2 hours and 15 minutes. Now it's only 45 minutes. So you better invite your friends, family members. They can have two options. They can be an investor, just invest and wait for the appreciation of these tokens, or they can build the business at the same time as being an investor. So all my life, as a product-based companies, I sell a product to somebody. He or she buys the product. It's just a glass of water example. He or she buys the product. They can't make money. They can only make money by building a team. This is one of the very, very few rare occasions where we have such a great company coming on board, where even though we don't want to build a team, many people don't like that module. Even though we don't build a team, we can just sit behind and be investors and just wait for the appreciation of the tokens, which is going to be mind-blowing. I know it's going to be 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. I mean, some time ago, we couldn't see those. If somebody will tell you we can make 50% profits in a year, just 50%. Super, super good. Now in this space, 50 times, 100 times is going to be. So I'm not promising anything, but I'm saying the possibilities are there. So I urge all of you to get back to your teams, and urge all of you to. Many of you have spoken to a lot of people, and they have not joined yet because right now there are a lot of schemes and scams, and people get more attracted to schemes and scams because schemes and scams, what do they do? They overpromise. They overpromise and they give you some very high dividend yields on a monthly, weekly, some of your high yields on a daily basis. And after when they win your trust, and you put in big chunks of money, that's when they shut down. We are not in that category, guys. We are 100% a genuine company, legal, ethical, and most important, moral company. And we are 10 years ahead. 10 years ahead, and more importantly, like I said, we are going to disrupt this thing. It's a disruption, guys. So please remember tomorrow night, the same Zoom link, same time, I'll be doing a full presentation of what Creta is all about and what Creta is heading. And get ready for more news to come from Mr. D here. And I know in next 1 week, he'll ask for another call like this. I'm very sure about that. Much more good news is coming, and very soon we will be going to, many of us will be coming to Korea very soon. You advise us when you have some expo or something, that we would love to come to Korea, bring some team members there and see firsthand and join in the celebrations. I'm sure you'll give us that updates when you have some functions in Korea. We'll come there, and we're super excited to work with you guys, to be part of this history breaking records, creating history together, guys. So, Mr. Thank you so much for being with us, so much for sharing that amazing news that we have. And I know much more you have, but you're not sharing it yet. I know that, but I understand where you're coming from, and certain things you do it for the technicalities to be ironed out, and then you share this. So I'll pass it back to you to give us your last, something, say for last before we call it.
Yeah. Sure. Well, for that, I actually asked our developers, well, again, we are because in a very intense development phase with our content. So I asked our developers just to capture the screenshots, of the games and contents they're creating. So I actually have to have some of the screenshots I want to show you to the group today. So yeah, if someone can turn me as a host so that I can share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yep. Yeah, so basically I wanted to share, just give me, can you guys see all the screen right now, or? Okay. Yeah, so basically, yeah, we're trying to remove the boundary between the player and the creator. I think you already understand what that means by being explained by the Mr. Shan. So we are expanding our partner network, and we're getting new investment from the major players like YGG and other companies will be building very soon. And we are enhancing our production line so that we can actually speed up the development of the contents. And we are also developing new NFTs, and also we're being very aggressive and active on offline events as well. So well, these are the already known official partners who are helping building infrastructure for the Creta. And on top of that, we are actually inviting David Atkinson as our advisor, and also we are co-developing a protocol called the Rain Protocol. This is Web3 based on-chain NFT script tool that actually giving you complete freedom of creating NFT assets in any level you want. And also YGG will be our official partner for the community layer. And then there'll be actually one of our investors, for the Creta as well, which will be publicly announced at Tokyo Game Show in next week. And again, so I think before we met, Mr. Shan and other people from India, we already told them we'll be actually selling our first NFT assets in the market, and then that really happened. And then the assets we actually had put it on sales on our website. That every asset's been sold out in under 26 minutes. And this is coinmarket.com that actually covered the news around how fast Creta the NFT assets are being sold, and this is just only one of examples. And this is the metaverse in the city that we're creating. This is not a mock-up Photoshop image, by the way. This is a 3D model for the metaverse world we are creating. I think you guys already seen the video, the running video before at our presentation, and that was the night version, and this is the day version. So this is work in progress, and this is the city that you can join in and live in as a character, and then you can actually enjoy your contents and socialize with other people. And this is the screenshot I actually asked our developer to capture about half hour ago. So this is work in progress, and the shot from our games. So the game is called The Kingdom of Fire: The Rise. There will be a new franchise version of The Kingdom of Fire. And just I just want you guys to understand that the goal we're aiming for the quality. So we want everything to be photorealistic, and it will be utmost quality when it comes to contents. And this is the extension we captured from the better part. And again, these are just random screenshots we just captured from our running game. So again, so you'll be actually get to be one of these heroes, and you'll be actually living in this world that we call the Kingdom of Further Rise. And then it'll be also, embedded with a play to earn system that will actually make you enjoyable from the gaming experience, but also make you, profitable, because you will be actually earning, crypto coins as you play the game. And when I mentioned about, we being active on offline exposures, well, these are the samples. So we are actually going to Tokyo Game Show. We'll be having an opening signing ceremony with the YGG, and there'll be actually opening event, for the Tokyo Game Show, and that's coming in next week. And we'll be having our own exhibition in Blockchain Week in Busan, which is in Korea. And we are also attending Africa Games Week. So we'll be ready. We actually want to get ready and get ahead of emerging market when it comes to content publishing, for that reason as well. So everything I just mentioned here, just a few highlights that I have for the Creta. And in next week, I think there will be new story and new updates that we can definitely share. And again, well, I don't think this is even only, time for you guys to come in, because I think now is only time when you can come in and be part of this history, because in next week, and I think we can actually be in a completely different level. And then I think we'll be very close to, making a very, perfect, platform that never been shown in the world before. So again, well, so that's only the scratching the surface version of, the updates we made on the content part. So, well, I'll be more than happy to share more updates, as the project progresses. So yeah, there you have it.
Thank you, Mr. D.
Thank you, Mr. Shah.
Thank you, and it's really a wonderful feeling and a great pleasure. Like I said, it's a good blessing to be connected with you guys, be part of this history-making project. I'm so excited, and like I said, you will advise us when we come to Korea. We'll bring a team and come to Korea. The momentum is building up, but the most important thing is we are committed to a commitment, and we are seriously serious.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yep.
So this is like what I like another statement that you made. This is probably where you want to end up your career with. I mean, many of us are thinking I like that one. Once again, I'm super blessed to be connecting with you.
Thank you, sir.
Again, meeting you guys with us. So please do us a favor, myself, Raj, and the whole team, give our best regards, our warmest love, and our prayers all to the whole team in Creta, and we're super excited to meet you very soon.
Yeah, well, it's almost midnight here, but I actually want to turn my camera to the development studio because they're still working. That's how real we are. I mean, we're not, just a blockchain related company. We are a game developer, and we've been doing that for in our lifetime. And then, our goal is to actually surprise the world with our content. And then, Bitcoin is just actually the method of, you guys to earning more profits as you play the contents. But the content comes first, right? Because, if there's no content, there was even game like X Infinity. Well, there was no way, for the Bitcoins to take off and to be profitable to you guys. But we are actually providing completely different level of the content, which meaning it actually give you more opportunities to earn more than what you earn in X Infinity. So it's as simple as that. And then, I think we can actually deliver, more over than what we promised. And because, that's what we've been doing, for our entire life.
Can I can you grant me permission to use some of the words that you said? Surprise the world.
Sure. Well, my words are your words, Mr. Shan.
The word surprise the world. So I like that. Surprise the world. And I also like making history together. I'm going to start using these words. No, I wait for words like that to pick them up and really use them in my presentations. And starting tomorrow, you're gonna all of you guys gonna hear me using this. Get ready to surprise the world. Get ready to make history. We're gonna make history together.
Yeah.
Yes or yes? All right. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. D. Send our regards to the whole team. Mr.
Thank
D,
you.
everybody. Yes. God bless you guys. Super excited to meet you guys very, very soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.